Okay, part 2. Let's get started straight away. We don't need to muck around. Let's get this out. There we go. Right, and then to get this off, you have got to get this cowling off, and then there's bolts underneath, apparently 3 bolts or something that are holding this in, so we need to get them off before we can, well, we need to get this off before we can get the dash off. I don't want to take this off. I've ordered a new one last night, so that'll be coming in the next couple of days, I think, hopefully. Right, let's get this, we'll figure out a way to get this cowling off, and then I'll give you an update. Okay, found the first 2 screws, Phillips, one there and one there. They're located on the bottom here, so let's get them out. Okay, there's a third one to get this cowling off, and it's in that hole there. You can't really see it, can you? But it's in that hole there anyway, another Phillips. Then, once all 3 of them are out, should be a case of, yeah, little tug all comes off. We'll disconnect this because I think that's attached to a little red LED there. And the top one just pulls off. Yeah, I'll get this off, and then I'll show you there's another 2 or 3 screws underneath. Can't work out how to get this off, so I think I'm literally just going to remove these 2 little screws. Just take the whole thing out. Don't want to break anything. Okay, that's unscrewed. Just be careful, when you unscrew it, this little red plastic bit falls out, so remember to keep hold of that somewhere. Okay, the next 2 that you want to take out is that one there, and that one there. Again, 2 Phillips. Okay, so once them 2 bottom ones are uninstalled, should be, there we go. So it looks like it's held on like a little thing here, so you pull up from the bottom, and then I'm going to assume, there you go, it just pulls off, and then obviously putting it back on, you just put it back on the tabs and then roll it back round. But yeah, you can get to that screw now, and them 2 screws to get this off. Okay, all 3 of them are out. I think these ones at the back here are probably just holding the main dash underneath, so we'll see when we try to get this off. But I think I'm going to cut this plastic here to pull this wire through, so I don't have to disconnect the speedo, because I don't want to get any problems. I've got to remove this bracket here, which the roof clips into, so that I can get these A-pillars off and get to the screw behind there. So the next thing to do is to get these off with some sort of T-bit. So look at that now. Looking at it, it's going to be a T40. Give it a go. It was indeed a T40. Take these off. I think get some new ones of these. Got all white and weathered. Get some new ones, I reckon. And then, as you can see, there's that one down the side there. Same on the other side, so we get them off. And then what I've just done is I've put the brackets back on, only because I might not be taking that dash actually out today, and it is a storm at the moment, so the winds are high. So yeah, I'm just going to leave them on, just to give the roof a bit more sturdiness. And then I'm going to try and start pricing this up now, see if we can get some leverage on it. Okay, it's coming loose now. What you need to do is actually on, like, see these little plastic tabs here, go through these holes all the way along, so you need to like pull it forward towards the back of the car, pull it backwards should I say, and lift at the same time. See these like little tabs here, you've got to pull it off the tab and then lift it up. They're just all the way along. Once I've got this corner one off here, this whole thing just become really loose. And obviously we're going to have 3 tabs across the back to get off as well. the old airbag is held in here somewhere. We can disconnect it there, and then looking at the new one, it's holding with screws, but this one looks like it's bolts maybe. Yeah, better get a socket on that. I've actually just spotted, so I took them nuts off there, which is on the bracket, but I've just spotted that screw there and that one there, so I'll undo them. Right, so quick update on the dash. I've lifted it up, I've cut a hole here so you can pull this wire through for the speedo, and then when you lift the dash you'll see these plastic bits at the back. So there's a really thin one there, you can't make it out. It's really hard to make out. You just see it. It's there. See where I've sawn through? Well, you need to do that. I think there's 3. So we'll do that all the way across and it should come out. Alright, and there we have it. So once you've cut them tabs all the way across where the windscreen is, just 3 of them, they're really thin, so they cut through really easy. And then you have to undo this. There's like some sort of sensor attached to it that went through this hole here in the dash, just behind the speedo. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, all done. Now it's a case of getting the new one and putting it all back together. So yeah, let's get cracking with that one now. So the next step's removing the airbag ECU, which I think is this behind here. So I've just removed this screw here and the same on the other side. And I'm hoping that this pulls out. Well, yeah, and then I can get to that nut in there and we can get that out and get that replaced, because I have got a replacement. So yeah, this is the right thing. However, the bolts to get it off, you got one at the front here which I've took out, one at the back just there, and one there down the left hand side. Not easy to get to. I have heard you can remove this metal bracket here, but I'm trying to do it through there, because once I've done that I can just pull it this way hopefully towards me and change it. Not really want to start taking these brackets off because that looks like it's attached up there somewhere. So I'm going to try get that one off at the back, get that one off, which is nearly off, and try and pull it into the car, into the cabin. Right, it's out, not gonna lie, that's been the hardest bit yet. I had to get these 2 plugs out. The wire is so unbelievably short through there that there's nothing you can do but get your fingers through this hole, push a little tab down on top there, and pull it at the same time, and you jam all your hand up while you're in there. So let's get the new one back in, but yeah, good luck whoever has to do that. Alright, finally, with that back in and all bolted back in, literally just a case of reversal of removal. So start by putting these back in, and I'm going to put everything back in. So in about 3 seconds it'll all be put back together. 3, 2, 1. There we go, all back together. Dash is in, got a new gloss black trim. Just finished putting the steering wheel back on. Centre console's all back together. Got to clean all the tools up. Give it all a quick wipe down. Yeah. So that's dash all put back together. Now all I've got to do is connect the battery and see if the airbag light comes back on or not. If it does, then that's something else we've got to sort out. The last thing I've got to do on the interior is just show you. Is the seatbelts. Look, these are locked out. Obviously they locked out when the car was in a crash. The one on the passenger side is ridiculous because it's actually locked while it's shut, so it's actually holding the seat in the position in, because the light is so unbelievably tight. So I have to cut it because I can't even move the seat forward to get the seat out, because obviously I need to get behind the seats to change the seat belt. So I've got 2 seat belts, so I'm going to get that done now. So yeah, first things first, cut the seat belts, and then we're going to do these bolts there and start pulling these seats out. Can't wait to give it a clean in there. First one cut. See how tight it was though. See what it's done to the bolster in the seat. Hopefully that sort of gets its shape back. But yeah, got like a dent in the bolster. That's how tight that seatbelt was. Right, get that one off as well now. Right, that one cut off. Didn't need to cut that one because it was already out. Trying to get these off. It is a 14mm socket. So just got to see now if they loosen off or if we need a bit more persuasion. Let's find out. Come off really easy actually. That's one out. I'm glad I took them out, to be honest. Get a good clean, but yeah, on the bottom of the seat, just this quad lock system. You just have to push this little tab down here and pull it back at the same time, and then this whole thing just pulls out from the bottom of the seat. Do the same on that side. That's the second one out. I'm actually so glad these are out. So I can get these seat belts replaced and give it a proper clean. It's absolutely mental, the amount of stuff that's in there. Got these little cubbies behind the seats as well, I didn't know about. They're pretty handy. A couple of little subwoofers in there. Got on there. Okay, so give the inside a quick clean. Got all the big bits up. The mats have still got like little bits in them, so I'm just gonna buy some more. They're only cheap. Get some on eBay. But yeah, you know, these is no bits everywhere now. So yeah, next thing I'm going to do is start. I think you just got to start pulling off all this plastic trim. I got a feeling you're going to get the trim off of this. So I'll probably have to get the roof down and take the trim off that. So yeah, unclip the roof there and take the back bits off. Yeah, so I just use the trim removal. It actually removes the front bit to reveal these Phillips. I think if we take them off, we'll be able to take the back bit off. And then we can get this bit off, which means we can get this bit off, which means we can get to the seatbelt. And I'll probably have to undo all these as well, I would have thought. Okay, so what I've done is I've undone all them rivets, the ones at the bottom. There's a hidden one there, and then you can pull this piece off. What I've done is I've lifted up this trim here, and it's just on a little lug there, just like sits on top. So it's just like pinched on with these metal clips. There's one there that I need to take off to put back on the plastic. But once you get to there, you can actually see everything. So instead of actually taking that entire thing off, it's probably easier to just do it this way. Struggle for 5 minutes and then you can get the new one in. Okay, a bit fiddly, but it's out. There's like a 10mm bolt there you've got to undo, which is on a bracket. You've got a big 14 on the bottom, 2 10mm there where them holes are, and you've got to disconnect the airbag switch as well. Other than that, that's it. Now I've just got a replacement and put the new one in. Right, everything's clean. We've got 2 new seat belts now that actually work. So I'll put the seats back in, and then that's the interior done for the day. Decent day's graft, I reckon. And then I'll probably make this its own video, to be fair, and then tomorrow I'm going to start getting off all the bumpers and bonnets and stuff, and then we can get the front slap unloaded. But yeah, right guys, I will see you on the next one. Ciao. We got an interior in! Woohoo!